Scotsman. What's up, Scotsman? Thanks for watching that. Jeff Burns Art, what's good? What's up, Element Music? Uh, can't right now, brother. I'm going live with my boy Troy Casey. What's up, Josh? Hey, Josh, I just signed your book and did a drawing for you. Cleveland, Ohio, in the house. What's up, Cleveland? Y'all dudes are getting back to work quick too. What's up, Devontae? Yeah, man, everything is great, bro. Wanted to get into a bunch of things today. You know, what's up, Judith? You know me 20. Her real name is Judith. She's a rock star. Still waiting for your feedback. Oh, cool, man. Which piece of art do you have, brother? All right, there he is. There he is. The certified health nut. There he is. Gonna go live with his brother. What's up, DJ Lido? God damn, bro. I want you to do this shit with us today, man. Please. Utah. You too, man. Need you to do that. Okay, Judith. So, hey, Montréal, ça va ou bien? Tout est bien qui finit bien à Montréal. What's up, Troy?
Yeah, baby.
What's up, big dog?
I'm alive and well. I did my barefoot walking this morning, and I'm ready for all you hip hop heads.
So wait a minute. When you say you did your barefoot walking, what exactly, before we get into anything else, what exactly does barefoot walking do? Because I think most people are like, what the hell is he talking about?
So barefoot walking grounds you to the earth and connects you to the energy field, the chi, the prana. It has a negative redox potential, so it's going to have an antioxidant component, anti-aging component on you. And if you read my book, I have the 7 factors of stress, and one of the main factors is electromagnetic radiation and pollution and dirty electrical fields. So that wattage and that voltage goes in your body and it stores in there if it's not grounded out. And that is yang, it's fire. And you're going to want to, ground that out. You do it in a shower, right? You're grounded in a shower, but that's not enough. I got a mattress pad right here that I sleep on that's plugged into the ground, as well as getting grounded as much as possible in nature. I did 5 days at the Bhakti Fest this year, barefoot in the desert, and I felt so amazing. I was not eating a lot, and we were doing a lot of yoga and fresh water and superfoods, and I just felt amazing. In fact, that's the weekend I shot the cover for my book.
Oh, so you had to get extra diesel and swole for that shit.
Well, and so now.
No, but I mean, your BMI was, it's let's be honest. Troy's BMI is the opposite of Kim Jong Il, right? I mean, he has a 45 body mass index rather. And what's your BMI? Do you know?
No, probably when I shot the cover, my fighting weight was.
Don't tell Troy I'm drinking coffee. Look at that.
Okay. That's okay. I got back on.
Oh, you saw that?
So that's my fighting weight. That's at about 163.
Okay.
And I was probably, I don't know. I don't test my BMI. I just look in the mirror.
Yeah.
But it was probably around 4%. I've gained about 10 pounds during the quarantine.
Okay.
So, but I've also used the time to go within while everybody's trying to do high intensity exercise and act like, everything's normal and just do your home workouts. It's like I rested. I let the little tweak in my shoulder, just working with my massage therapist, just trying to get the kinks out and utilizing the time efficiently, because we don't always have this type of time off where we can go within and heal, our wounds and, heal ourselves. So again, back to the grounding, it will reduce inflammation, has an anti-aging, antioxidant component. It makes you feel good. When you do it when there's dew on the grass, that connects you directly to the electrical field of the earth. And again, I put these frequency codes on the cover of the book, and one of them is the Schumann resonance, which is what the Earth vibrates at. And so you can harmonically get your biorhythms in sync with the Earth instead of the discordant energies of information overload as well as dirty electrical fields.
So if I'm just walking in my backyard, is that as, you know, or just any kind of plot of dirt, that's fine, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can split hairs and say that you know, municipal parks have this sheath underneath them to shield them from the true grounding. But the fact of the matter is I got a grounding pad in my house where my meditation pillow is, and it's made out of crystals and essential oils, and it has the energy of the earth. So get what you can when you can. If you can't take off your shoes, touch a tree, right? Hug a tree, touch a tree. That's going to ground the electricity out to a certain degree. You're going to want to get a baseline of at least, you know, 20 minutes a day to really start feeling that. But again, when the dew is on the grass, that's when the electrical field is most highest.
You know, it's weird because I grew up in New York City, and I was always completely enamored by the parks. It was almost like we all were. Like we lived in a concrete jungle, and we really didn't have any nature besides Riverside Park, you know, on the west, and then Central Park in the middle. And so we all went to the park all the time because it was like kids just kind of magnetically get pulled to the park. In fact, Troy, do you remember the movie The Warriors?
Yeah.
So I was a little kid. That was my park. So I was a little kid watching them make The Warriors, thinking, "Oh shit, there's a lot of gang members today." But it was just a film crew, and I was really little watching it, and that was actually my park. But you know, even in my park, it's funny now that I look at the pictures as a kid. You know, like the ground was cement. It was like we didn't even have those rubber tiles that they put together like a puzzle to break your fall. I mean, the monkey bars were metal. You know, everything was like metal and cement. But then outside of that, there was a park, and so I always went to that. And I think I think it really is important. By the way, Ludes for Shoes said he just got stung by a bee grounding today, which is not a bad thing. Yeah, I heard that you did. You were with Kevin, right?
Yeah, I get stung all the time. And remember, bee medicine and insect medicine usually can inject, you know, the poisons in there, but it can also, you know, help you. And so I actually like bee stings personally. And my foot was swole up a little bit last week. I got stung 3 times in one day. I think that's a blessing, in my humble opinion.
Unless you're allergic, then see you later. It's a curse.
Yeah,
that's a good point, right?
I mean, the thing is, I think nature has its medicine in there to stimulate your immune system. And
I love all you guys with your warriors come out and play. Can you dig it? Don't think I don't get those references, y'all. I got all of them. I got all the references.
That's right, baby. Hey, so look, I wouldn't be who I am without, you know, bringing in some practical medicine for the people. So I like to everyone right now, all you psycho chickens at home, let's just go jump in a cold shower for a minute, get grounded, and then you tell me how you feel. All right,
everybody right now,
go.
everybody get in the cold shower. I'm gonna get into. This is fucking crazy. Troy does this shit to me all the time. Y'all have to do it too, though. Everybody's got to get in the shower. Y'all ain't gonna see me in the shower. I can tell you that. That's for sure. Okay, I'm jumping in the shower. You motherfuckers got to jump in the shower too. 1 minute, freezing cold. Everybody. Johnny, Utah, I know you're working right now, so you can't do it. But all you other guys need to jump in the fucking shower. Be right back. Ah. Damn. Ah. Woo! Oh my God. Woo!
So there you go.
All
Turn
right.
down the electricity. And so,
I hate that, by the way, but I love it.
right. Yeah. It's just, you face yourself. And then, when you're done, you can just get right into the sun.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna go into the sun a little bit right here. Fuck it.
And then
Woo!
there you go. And then you're alive a
Wow,
little bit
look
more.
at that sunshine.
Yep.
That is crazy light. I am gone. Whoa. You
And
never
then we
seen
can
light like that, huh?
then we can start fresh, right? So we clean the electrical field, we ground it in, right? We feel a little bit better because that's what it's all about. It's about feeling better. That's where your primal instincts are intact. It's very important to turn on your primal animal because you're an all-knowing, self-healing mechanism. And so the cold shower, that was basically free. So a lot of the stuff I like to turn people on to is easily accessible. Sunlight is free, grounding is free. Hopefully a good source of water is not too expensive. And then organic food, currently, we do have to invest in that. And you're worth it. I'm here to tell everyone that you're worth it. So let's do a little bit of breath work too, and then we can get into
Here, Troy. I
some of the
got some. Look
questions.
at this. Look at this. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. By the way, those are picked. Those are fruit picked from on my wild walks in my urban foraging. People don't know that. I go around with a fruit picker and I just grab a bunch of fruit.
Well, and Los Angeles, I mean, we had orange groves and lemon groves all over here, and avocados. So those trees
Yeah,
exist, and so that's good. It's good to become an urban forager and really getting out there. And you know, I do want to get into opening up America again and really talking about how our society functions and how important it is to be contributionism, in our society and get things moving forward. Because we have to, as men, we have to keep our eye on the food supply, right? We're a little bit in an illusion here because we just go down to the store and and buy the food. But if things don't get back to normal, there can be, food shortages. And remember, this is the United States of America. A lot of people have guns. There's a lot of homeless people already. There's a lot of people living hand to mouth. And so as men, the next phase of this is if the government, I'm not waiting for the government to come and save me. So we're going to have to build our own society, back together and work towards what Greg Braden talks about. Cooperation makes organisms strong, contributionism.
Yeah.
And currently we're coming out of our debt slave system where it's highly competitive, dog eat dog, especially in a city like this. And so we're going to have to come together on fundamental principles. The 4 human needs are food, water, shelter, and fire. And fire is represented by technology. And so whether that's a car or whether that's a computer. And so so we take the mix into there and we go back to basics, what we actually need. Everything else is a want programmed by the state, programmed by the corporate entities, thinking that you have to constantly consume. But ultimately, and the children of the sun in the Kalahari Desert is the most successful civilization. It's 200,000 years old. And their whole thing is he who dies with the least wins,
Right.
And so we got to get, we got to get back to basics. And so that's
So
why
Troy,
Yeah.
And I think that's an amazing point. I want to do some breath work, but I want to get into that a little bit because, you know, I've definitely been reading and listening to some interesting theories. Perhaps this is a trial lockdown for a myriad of reasons. One being that there is going to be a food shortage. A lot of food crops have been destroyed because of the cold, and there's just going to be food supply. And you could see that in the beginning when people were freaking out over food, they were rushing to the stores. People were not cooperating. They were getting just chaotic and reckless. They were starting to also uh, just pilfer from the system and buy toilet paper at cost and sell it for a premium, basically price gouging the market. So we see how easily it is. So it is super important to really try to grow your own food if you can, or try to have um, some kind of garden, something. I had Doug Evans on yesterday, Troy, the great Doug Evans, a good friend of mine who I've known forever. You know Doug, right?
Yeah. Organic Avenue.
Organic Avenue, yeah. So I've known Doug for 20 years, you know, a fellow New Yorker, graffiti writer. He didn't want to talk about it, but Doug used to bomb the ones and twos hardcore in the Bronx. Like Doug was the real deal. He doesn't talk about any of that shit. He doesn't talk about his past with Juiceroo as the CEO of Juiceroo, whatever. He talks about now with Sprouting. But what was interesting with Sprouting is that like how easy it is to get seeds, how abundant seeds are, how easy it is to grow. We could basically start growing our own food. We don't do it because we're lazy. But the other choice is if shit really hits the fan, there's going to be blood and guts in the street. And you are right. People are armed. You know, people are dangerous, and people will protect. You know, they're going to go for theirs. You know, you start getting into a Lord of the Flies mentality. And so we need to really be mindful that it is about cooperation. I 100% agree, but it's also about really just taking control of your own destiny and saying, hey, I don't want to rely on the government. I don't want to rely on the state. What are they making essential anyway? McDonald's, KFC, Taco Bell? Come on, bro. Get out of here with that shit. That's
Yep.
garbage. Snickers is not essential. A burger and fries and a vanilla shake and apple pie is not essential.
Right.
That's detrimental. What's essential is an avocado. What's essential is clean water. What's essential is sprouts. So people can try to get back to that mindset. That would be really good.
And human connection. And you know that is essential. If you look at psychological strokes, are just as important as physical strokes. If you're not touched as a baby, you will die. And
Yeah.
so these are very important things that we have to understand and keep in scope as we're being programmed to quarantine for the greater good. Always watch out for the greater good of what's being pumped down the official narrative.
People have to stop. Like you said before, I use this, Troy. I've taken your expression and I've run with it. Fear porn. That's so good. Like every time I say that, people are like, oh, fear porn. I love that. And I'm like, yeah, Troy Casey said that. But it's true. You did. You said fear pornography because it is, people get into it just like pornography. It's easy to get into. It's addictive to get into. And it basically runs your soul over with muck. But I think the other thing is we got to get back out there. We got to live in the world. We got to know that, you know, this is not, you know, this is definitely an aggressive flu, but we have to take our own care into our own hands with the medicine that we have access to, the sunshine, the food, the clean water, the exercise, and the mind state. Get over that. Look, Sweden never locked down. When I tell everybody Sweden never locked down, they immediately Google an article. What article comes up, Troy? It's the article that says, Sweden may not have locked down, but they have more deaths than their neighboring countries. Never once did they mention that Sweden has over 10 million people and their neighboring countries, Finland, Norway, Denmark, have only 5.5, 5.3 million people. In other words, of course they had more deaths. They're twice as big as any other neighboring country. It's ridiculous. They're doing it right in Sweden. Sweden is, those people, the Scandinavian motherfuckers, they got it together. So Greg says, earlier you said, yeah, imagine what they're going to do over food if people were fighting over toilet paper. So true. People need to live local. Got Scrap says 100%. Zenko, turmeric, hot water, please drink daily. Unplug the TV, except if it's Netflix. Would you agree with me on that, Luz? for just, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, no.
Well, and I wanted to say something about, you said people are lazy because they don't grow their own food. I would postulate that we've just been programmed. The mind stores information in images, and the media knows that. They hire the best neuroscientists and child psychologists to climb inside the mind of human beings. As you know, Disney owns MMA
Everything.
with ESPN, and they got their
UFC,
fingertips
yeah.
in media companies, that produce, news. So I postulate that people have been programmed. We're not so much lazy. It's just you have to wake up. And if you don't know how to grow your own food, connect with the gardener in your, next door, or, get out there and connect with your local people that are forward thinking and build community. It's so important. We've got our online community, the Man Clan, every Friday night to really offer support to men in these times, help them work out their purpose and their legacy, which is the most important thing a man can have as a roadmap in the world, and really to be healthy themselves, right? To get their instrument nice and high vibe, keep increasing the vibe, and then go out and connect with other people that know about growing food. There's a lot of people that study permaculture and have, gardens and have moved off grid. And so connecting with them so that your community is open, because once we fully open, then you're going to want to go and find your tribe and really start building some of these basics, because we can create peace on earth. Peace on earth is already here. We just have to realize it. And so, I'm grateful that I've got my family. I'm grateful that I have my food. I'm grateful for the beach in Santa Monica where I go swimming every day. I'm grateful for, the local parks. And I'm grateful for some of the things our local government and society has set up. It's just time for an evolution. We've already fought all the revolutions. So it's time to evolve and create new systems. And the consciousness needs to raise. And what we're going through right now is a consciousness awareness. There's so much information that people are now able to question their own immune system, their healing ability, the reach of their government, the food supply, the 5G, and the technology that people can question now everything, which is great, because the two things that I see that need to happen are the consciousness needs to raise, and we need to usher in new systems that support life on Earth, which is my platform for running for president of planet Earth is clean air, water, soil, and equitable systems for all mankind. Why do I say equitable systems? Because if you live in Iraq and Syria and Darfur and Sudan and all these other places, you're going to be a little disgruntled if the haves are coming over there and bombing your wife and kids and taking all your natural resources. So we have to create equitable systems for everyone. The homeless problem that we have in Venice is all of our problems. That's not like an external threat. That's not an existential threat. That's something that's part of our community, and we get to solve all those problems. A lot of those veterans are Iraqi war veterans. They're PTSD guys living on the streets, self-medicating with alcohol and drugs and spinning out, and they don't have a ballast to support them. They don't have the mechanisms to integrate back into society. And so we're all one or none. That's my religion, all one or none. And we get that together, like Dr. Bronner's talked about on his soap bottles for forever. We're all one or none. And that's the bottom line. That's another part of my religion. All one or none. Air, water, and soil, baby.
Love it, Troy. That's a great message. Shall we breathe?
Yeah, let's do a little bit of breath work, and then we can go through some questions and see what people are up to. Peace is everywhere. It just needs to find you working at it. Yep, that's it. Right?
That's your quote.
Peace on earth is an inside job. Peace on earth is an inside job. Out of our third eye vision, we are creating the world that we're living inside. So when you start preaching that the world's going to hell and Bill Gates is going to kill us all with vaccines and RFID chips, and we're all going to be Soylent Green, and there's going to be Armageddon and civil war, and nonsense, bullshit. Peace on earth is coming. That's what we're grounding. Heaven on earth is what our new reality is shaking out to be.
I'm ready.
So
I'm ready for peace on motherfucking earth.
On that note, Let's just do a little bit of in through the nose, out through the mouth. Some call it breathing, some call it pranayama, some call it Wim Hof method. I just say, let's just breathe, guys. So in through the nose, out through the mouth. We'll do an exhale retention, and then we'll do an inhale retention. We'll see where it takes us. All right, guys, here we go. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Breathing in prana and life force, breathing out fear. Keep breathing, guys. You get a little tingly, that's fine. Keep breathing. Opening up the channels. You can't do this wrong, guys. Keep breathing. Inhale, exhale. If you have difficulty doing this, you have difficulty living, breathing. You got difficulty in your emotional life, do this. You have difficulty with anxiety and depression, do this. You got difficulty doing this, jump in a cold shower and come back to this, right? Exhale all the way. Wring out those lungs. Exhale all the way, hold. Inhale, hold. Get eye on your own supply. Squeeze. Let it all go. Just come back to normal. Go back to
By the way, guys,
in through your nose, out through your nose.
I appreciate you guys catching our back here. There's going to be trolls. That's okay. I blocked that dude a long time ago. It's all good, dude. No big deal. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Judith. By the way, IMMAV, your butthole needs sunlight. Everybody's butthole needs sunlight.
Yeah, trolls make the world go round. We can't agree with everyone at all times. Remember, there's yin yang. There's two forces. Our curse is our gift. Trolls are part of life, and so they help us keep on point and question our reality. Sometimes those negative ninnies are just playing devil's advocate to iron sharpens iron, right? We're always tuning up. Are our ideas, are our hippie, utopian, peace on earth ideals, are they real, and how do we test them and put them in the marketplace, right? So the trolls are helping us sharpen our sword. for the light
Yeah.
warriors.
And also, they're very unhappy, probably unhappy people themselves, and they're just kind of projecting because it's an easy place to project. It's a lot harder to come into a jiu-jitsu studio talking about I'm gonna kick everybody's ass, because when you actually got to do it, people stop talking. So motherfuckers need to shut the fuck up who can't fight, and motherfuckers need to, stop telling everybody they're the best artist when they can't draw. So just know where you are in the pecking order. It's all good. It's all love, but be respectful. That's all.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, you get around a bunch of alpha males, you're going to put your ideas in check real quick. So iron sharpens iron. I welcome. This is an equal opportunity. Bring your fuck face if you want.
But also, Johnny Utah. Yeah, it is normal to get dizzy sometimes, and it is. It's okay. Harmonicatronic, definitely easy to get dizzy too. Like if you're not used to it, especially. I was definitely freaking out when I was first doing this with Troy, because Troy brought me back into the matrix of breathing again. And when I was doing it, I was like, yo, that's crazy. But now I'm getting used to it. I'm not getting as dizzy. And Johnny Utah, he's a really cool artist, a good friend of mine. And he's working right now, sneaking away to do some breath work. That's really good, John. Keep going, guys. Let's keep going.
All
Troy,
right, let's keep going.
You're a master.
And Lude for Shoes says, you're not living if you don't have any haters. Yeah, my mentor, Paul Check, says, if you're not, if you don't have detractors, you're not doing a good enough job. God doesn't make you a patient person. He gives you opportunities to be patient. Correct, Greg 36. You pray for patience. Yes, that is one of the virtues that I am aspiring into. And my women and children help me keep all that stuff in check. So patience is my virtue. So okay, let's breathe. Okay, yeah. So just breathe through the tingly, guys. So in through the nose, out through the mouth. Here we go. Make it simple. No breath on the top or the bottom. Just keep breathing. As full breaths as you can. Get your spine into it if you want to. Be dramatic on the dragon's breath out. Lion's breath. Get that dank energy out of the body. Welcome to numb and tingly. Keep going. Welcome to irritation. That's your emotional body, your stagnation. You can't handle other negativity. Keep breathing. If you find yourself in a stressful situation and your old lady's yelling at you, breathe, baby. Exhale all the way. All of it out. Ring it out. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Get eye on your own splat. Come back, in through the nose, out through the nose. All right, let's finish off. Let's do breath of fire. We'll just finish off, and then we'll get back to the show. This is the show. This is the real show, baby. All right.
Yeah.
So you're having a hard time. You're going through the day. Something's frustrating you. Don't make it a thing. Jump in a cold shower and just start breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Breath of fire, guys. If there's any obstructions, just keep breathing through that. Inhale all the way. Hold. Take that into a meditation. All right, that was good to kind of clear the head. But hey, to everyone out there, don't make all this stuff a thing, right? So just if you're having a tough moment, just be in control of your own breath. And then if you guys haven't seen the way to reprogram your breathing apparatus is to do the stork walk. So this is how you do the stork walk. You can walk around in your backyard, do this for 20 minutes a day. You can optimize your breathing patterns. Okay? So you have 5 meridians in your hands, all your electrical highways that go through the human body. And so you're going to want to put your hands here, right here, and then you're going to breathe in, fly like a bird, right? So this is called the stork walk. If you've ever seen a stork walk, so get the 5 meridians and you drop that in the top of your head as you breathe in. This is going to open up the diaphragm. It's going to connect you to your stabilizers because you have to stabilize on one foot, which is very important for breathing, for mechanics, biomechanics, and breathing mechanics. And then exhale, and the other leg comes up, and you empty all the gas out of the lungs. The most important thing is to wring out those lungs. The lungs are the largest organ of detoxification. So you want to optimize your cellular respiration, and this is going to help you program. So just walk around your backyard, walking like a stork. Exhale, knee comes up. Inhale, arms spread wide, diaphragm opens up, full breaths. And you can do this as slow, right? Qigong, Tai Chi, right? Make it look martial artsy, right? Make it look beautiful, right? Reprogram your diaphragm. This way, when you're sleeping, your breathing mechanics are optimized and You can have optimal cellular respiration, which is good. Poor cellular respiration is directly related to breathing mechanics. And if you have poor cellular respiration, you have premature aging. Inhale, spread those wings, drop the energy into the top of the head. Exhale, other foot comes up. Empty all the gas out of the lungs. So full breaths. So this is the real breath work. I've seen a lot of people, influencers online. I have other breathing coaches I work with, and they say even people that are doing some of this online breathing, they have inverted breathing mechanics. This will rectify all of that. And for anybody who's interested, I have a breathing program. It's on my Instagram, linked in my bio. It's a 8-week program that walks you through everything you need to know to optimize your breathing mechanics. So this is the Stork Walk, and I have that as a free video on my natural playlist video for anybody that wants to tune in and figure that out.
Hey, Troy, I got to get back. So I did Troy works with the Purium folks, and I did the Purium cleanse, which was a good thing for me to do. And I want to actually talk to you about that because I want to get back on that. I think that really helped me. What's helping me now, guys, is I'm doing 16 hours mandatory water fasting. Sometimes I'll drink black coffee, but water for sure. So I've done in 5 days, just 5 days in a row. But I'd like to do it pretty much every day. Just I stop eating at around 8 o'clock, and then I start eating again at like noon. So that just gives my body a chance to rest and relax. But now that I'm older, 52 years old now, it's my body is not, and what I do, Troy, as you know, is sedentary because I'm sitting in an easel, I'm painting. It can be physical, but for the most part, I'm not doing construction. You know what I mean? I'm not teaching
Right.
Qigong. Like my shit is just, that's it. Like, so what I think I need to add is exercise, but I think I want to get back on that Purium cleanse. But it's many things that are really important. One of them is definitely just intermittent fasting for me is really important to do. It gives my organs a chance just to chill the fuck out.
Yeah, so my nutrition program, and the link is in my bio, is a superfood nutrition program. It's basically green juice. We've got all the fruits, vegetables, and protein that you need to keep your lean muscle mass, and then detoxify the liver, the kidneys, and the colon. There's some herbs in it as well to get the gut microbiome back in check. And so my average client loses 25 pounds in the first month, but more importantly, it's getting that cellular nutrition boosted up on the daily, so you don't have to think about all your micronutrition. I've been juicing for 31 years. With 2 small children, I don't have 45 minutes to make a fresh squeezed juice all the time. I'll go down to the co-op and spend $10 to $14 on it down there. Somebody else, I'll pay for someone to manufacture it for me. Or 2 scoops in water, because I work with an organic wheatgrass company. We own farmland. 2 scoops in water and I'm out the door. It's all dehydrated at 88 degrees. It has all the enzymes intact. So it's a no-brainer. It's convenient and efficient for us modern day warriors. So you don't have to think about your micronutrition. Then you can just source your macronutrition, above ground vegetables and high quality proteins at the store, whatever. And my business has exploded in the last month and a half here because we were originally marketing at prepper conventions, but Armageddon never happened. If you don't have your greens, you get a disease. And a thimble size of our organic kamut, heirloom seed wheatgrass from the Egyptian tombs, a thimble size of that is like 2 pounds of fruits and vegetables. And so, so get some of that, stock your cabinets, make sure that you have nutrition, because we want to be thinking as humans as we move forward, and as men in the community guiding and leading people, we want to be thinking 6 months out. What's our food supply? What's our supply chains? Are the truck drivers in business? Are you know, is everybody weirded out and social distancing to the fact that we won't be able to produce our own food? Well, you're going to need, you know, you're going to need about 6 months to a year of sustainable stuff just in case, you know, the shakeout gets a little Armageddon-ish, right? And so you're going to want to be able to survive to a certain degree and then get back to some form of wrapping your head around planting a garden that can feed your family and building a community where you can have food cooperatives, because food is a necessity. Everything else that they're trying to pump down all these pharmaceutical drugs, vaccines, these aren't, God didn't, you know, prepare our immune system and our biochemistry for some type of existential threat to save us from ourselves, right? It's like all the answers are inside, and we've been provided with everything. Drop a seed in the ground and it fruits. There's research on permaculture, and there was Indians out in the desert of Arizona and Santa Fe, New Mexico. They were growing watermelons in sand. So we can do this.
That's crazy.
Don't forget, your mind has been programmed by the Monsanto talking points coming out of your news reports for the last 50 years that somehow this technology and this food technology is going to feed the world. But if you look at India, over 100,000 farmers committed suicide because of this nefarious dark forces trying to enter into our food supply. So get back to basics, guys.
Yeah.
Organics,
Get your seeds.
And then
Get
protect your neck, right? Wu-Tang said it best. Protect your neck. Make sure you got enough supplies for you and your family on all the essential, you know, micronutrients. So definitely get some from, you know, our product line. We're based in Compton, California. We're an essential business. We're an organic certified factory. We've got organic, etc. And so stock up, protect your neck, and then
Troy, where do they go? Where do they go to get that?
The link is in my bio, the nutrition program.
I'd just like to point out that I also ordered your book yesterday, and I've ordered a bunch of stuff. Just finally ordered your book. Wanted to let you know that. Just people need to order Troy's book, Ripped at 50, A Journey to Self-Love. Troy Casey, and the forward, of course, is by Paul Chek. You guys got to check that out for shizzy. I hear, but just I wanted to comment on that. I wasn't looking skeptical at Troy at all. Actually, I agree with 94.6% of everything Troy says. So I wasn't doing that. I was looking at the Filipino conversation because y'all know that I got, you know, definitely a mesh in the Filipino culture for sure. And there are definitely a lot of cultures that eat, you know, poorly. And when you, like, look at Italian people, right? Puerto Rican people. You come up, you all in good shape. Everybody's all jacked and nimble and they're healthy. And then as they get older, they're all fat and sluggish and slow because we're eating a lot of fried foods, cooked foods, dead foods, a lot of wheat, a lot of dairy, just foods that are not the best ever. And so, you know, that's why I almost go like when you were telling me that when you did the Bhakti Fest, it was almost like you did less food. That's even more important, I feel like, just even not having as much food in general. We're just eating too much food. And remember this, guys, the less you eat, the longer you live. The longer you live, the more you can eat. Motherfuckers.
Hey, that's
a drop
awesome.
the micer right there, but I'm not ending it there, though.
So, yeah, you know, being at the Bhakti Fest, grounded into the earth, sunlight all over me, and connection with other humans and lots of yoga. I was living off, you know, prana, and so you know, back to what you were saying about the Purium nutritional program.
Yeah.
You can intermittent fast on it. So 5 amino acids and one of our green shakes. That's a meal replacement. It's only 150 calories, but if you look at the cutting edge of anti-aging. And this chemical that's secreted by us, the ripamycin. So longevity, the key to longevity is fasting. And so I personally think that intermittent fasting, calorie restricted, is more beneficial because not everybody can do water fasting and dry fasting. You've got those nutrients, you're going to feel good. Those nutrients are going to detoxify the cells. They're going to clean the liver and the kidneys. And then you're also supported, and then you can go into a calorie deficit get into a ketogenic state, a fat burning state, and go into autophagy where the body's healing itself. And so my nutrition program is a very easy way of doing all this. It may seem complicated, but once you pull these nutrients into your body, you're completely nutritionally supported. There may be an up and down to try and get into that ketogenic state, but once you're in, man, it's like energy galore.
Troy, when can I get you to come over to the house and take a walk and I have an infrared sauna. When are you going to come over and do that?
Let's just say let's do this week. I'd like a field trip with the kids too.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm going to put that into play. We'll either have to do it Saturday or Sunday because the wife's pretty intent on the kids being in school. Me, I'm like, they can learn from me anytime. But so maybe the weekend will probably be the most optimal because I'll bring the kids over there. Big field trip. My kids are all full-blown artists. They'll love what you're doing.
Cool. So and then and I'll fire up the sauna beforehand. What are your feelings about infrared versus normal saunas? Do you prefer infrared, normal, or either one? You don't care?
The internet's full of clickbait. This is good. This is better. This is bad. Blah blah blah. I'm a traditional sauna guy. I love the hot sauna. I love the higher temperature. But I also have a far infrared sauna at my house. I've got my red light panel in the back that has near infrared. They're all tools in the toolbox. I'm a nature guy, so I go to the Amazon. My friend's got a big hot wood stove and a wood house, and he just cooks up the sauna, right there in the Amazon. So however you can get your sweat on, and I feel amazing when I get out of my far infrared sauna, even though I don't sweat as much as I do in a traditional, 180 degree sauna.
Yeah.
But it's apples and oranges, or it's splitting hairs. Just get some good juju as much as you can.
Junomi just posted Troy's his link in sale.troycasey.com shop now. So it's right there. I pinned it so everybody can see it for the last 8 minutes of this Insta Live. Everybody can check out Troy's stuff. I've known Troy for many, many years, and you don't realize the value of somebody imparting wisdom that's important and positive onto you until you really need it. You know what I mean? And I think that right now, this whole situation, for better or worse, forced us into needing and looking and seeking out the truth and well-being and getting our shit together in every way, economically, emotionally, spiritually, physically, every way, artistically. So I think it's really important to kind of, dial into all of that and to look into Troy's program, because he's the truth. He's not one of those gurus who's telling you this and that, and he takes his shirt off and he's got, a big old belly. He's walking the walk, talking the talk, because you know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna name any names, but there's a lot of people talk about health, and then you look at them, you're like, oh my God, they look like they're dying, or holy crap, they're obese. Why are you telling me about health? Could you imagine if I told you about painting, but I didn't know how to paint? I mean, that would be insane. And that used to be the case when I first started teaching at USC. The kids were like, oh shit, you're drawing for us, Professor BUA. I was like, what do you expect? Well, the other professors didn't want to draw in front of us. I was like, right, because they don't know how to draw.
That's right.
So they're talking. Because it's a scary thing to get in front of kids who are, especially very talented kids. And so you got to walk the walk and talk the talk. If you're going to teach drawing, you got to draw. If you're going to teach painting, you got to paint. If you're going to teach health and nutrition, you got to look good. You got to take your shirt off and be cool with it.
That's right. It's good that you got that position at USC. I got another friend who made billions of dollars, and he teaches at Pepperdine, and he's got no teaching credentials at all. And and there's another university that only has millionaire entrepreneurs teaching their students. And so you don't need theory, right? Theory's a bunch of nonsense. You need
listen. You could find your own theory. You need pragmatic tools for practice. It's a little like pragmatism, which is the practical approach to problems and affairs. You have to solve things you know, you can look at a teacher for guidance, but you really have to, they have to know what they're doing. When I went to my school at Art Center, everybody was a monster. Everybody was a guru. Everybody was a chief. Everybody drew in front of everybody. It was like the Harvard of art schools. It was raw. It was nasty. It was mean, and it was competitive. It was just horribly competitive.
You mean
They
like real
won't.
life?
Yeah, exactly. Like real life. This shit was like, it wasn't like, it's really good. Everything's great. Oh, you're okay. Oh, no, yours is good too. I mean, look, I get it. Like, no one wants to get their feelings hurt, but I went to Art Center in the 90s when people were getting their feelings hurt. It was mean. But, you know, for me, it was normal because I grew up in New York where shit on the street was mean too. Breakdancing was mean. You know, you battle this kid, he's going to come at you like, your shit is whack, and here's why, right in your face. That's just how it was.
Yeah. I wanted to address Scotsman McFadden. I love you, brother. We ship my book globally. So I do believe the books are going out this week, I do believe. And we've got a fulfillment center. So all the shipping costs are included, and we ship globally.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I got your book. I got Doug Evans' Sprout book. I decided to actually try to sprout. I'm going to give it a shot. You know what I mean? And I planted. We planted a avocado tree, a fig tree, an orange tree, a kumquat tree, and a couple lemon trees. So really trying to just get into the earth. You know, from New York City to LA gritty to actually trying to be more, you know, and I'm never going to be like a farmer type of guy because I just got too much time that I want to devote to my painting.
Right.
But I completely respect it, and I think it's incredible.
Yeah, you know, and you were talking about earlier about, you know, the proof is in the pudding. And with so many talking heads and clickbait, marketers can outbeat my information all day long. But let me tell you, when this coronavirus hit, I mean, people that were asking me for scientific proof and all that, I mean, my business just exploded basically overnight because people are looking for natural solutions, you know, natural disinfectants, natural immune boosters. I mean, before there was hospitals, doctors, and pharmacies, we had apple cider vinegar, baking soda, hydrogen peroxide, and borax, right? Maybe, you know, maybe a few others like lemon and cayenne and garlic, right? You know, just get back to basics.
Yep.
So, hey, there's Kevin. What's up, Kevin? Good to
What's
see
up,
you, buddy.
Kevin? Great trainer, Kevin. Kevin's another example of somebody who, you know, looks the part. The guy's in incredible, phenomenal shape, eats well, exercises, breath work, just doing all the stuff that you need to do. He's a little bit more of an advantage because he's young as fuck. But you know what I'm talking about? Like, as the clock ticks, you got to do more work. You know what I mean? As we get older, we have to do more work. We have to do more breathing. We have to do less food. We have to be mindful of, God damn, I want that pumpkin pie so bad, but I can't, my body's not going to get through it like it did when I was 27. You know what I mean? So we're making decisions on a different level in every way. Troy, we only have 60 seconds left. I love you, brother. I'm going to call you offline. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Check out Troy Casey. Juno Me 20 just posted right there. I pinned it. You know where to get his stuff. You got to get his stuff. You got to get on the program. Tune in next week. And actually, tune in tomorrow. I got, Troy, I got Why Not, who's probably the best top rocker, up rocker from my crew, Rocksteady crew, in the house, coming on at 10:30. Why Not at 10:30? He's going to be doing some beats, some up rocking, some top rocking. And it's going to be probably the best ever. Love you, brother.
I love you.
I'm going to call you offline, though, right now.
Okay. God bless.
All right, brother. All right.